right, waiting for the pet parents to join. Where's my pet? Come here, my baby. Let's start the show. All right. Okay, hi everyone. Pet Playdate brought to you by Just Dogs and Royal Canine. And I'm extremely happy to be amongst all you pet parents. Trust me when I say, in my experience of hosting television shows, I've got to interact and interview Bollywood movie stars, Hollywood movie stars, politicians. But I'm really, really happy and excited when I tell you that these lives are some of my most favorite lives because they involve these cute little pets and the pet parents and the common love that we all share towards pets. We are pet parents, we are pet lovers, and that's the reason we are all here today because we'll be learning, we will be winning, and we will be laughing because we have a very, very cool session on nutrition in pets by Wesley Manning, my friend from the US who is from the Royal Canine US team with over 17 years of veterinary experience, and a laugh riot with comedian Sahil Shah. And of course, I'll be giving you a lot of hampers to win because I have some really cool games lined up from you. Be it the rapid fires, be it a cool game involving all your pets, or some cool quizzes that will come your way in between the sessions and of course after the session, and we will announce the winners all together in the end, and I'll keep announcing some winners of my rapid fire round in between, and you can get to win while staying at home and while being on a date with your pets because this is the pet play date. So I can see some panelists who are here. There is Danish. Hi Kushal. Hi Ankita. Hi Ruxi. Danish is saying thank you, no voice. All right. Am I audible? Can you please give me a thumbs up in the chat? Yes, Rakshit says yes. Rakshit, hello Rakshit. Scott says hi to you. If you're able to see me and my Scotch, please send us a hi back. And let's quickly start with the first game of today. Since, as I say, it is the pet play date. So this is our date with our pets and with each other. We're gonna get to see all your beautiful pets and of course get to know about their cute moments, their funny incidents, their love stories with you guys. So before anything else, is there anyone who would like me to see their pet? Can you show your pet live? If yes, please raise your hand and I'm going to be taking you live with your pet along with two more pet parents, and we'll have a quick game of a rapid fire with you guys. And the one who gives the funniest, the quirkiest, the wittiest answers wins a hamper from me. So please raise your hands, and I would request the team at Just Dogs and Royal Canine to give them access to the video so that they can play this fun rapid fire with me. So I'm waiting for my first three contestants. All right, we have Elora is saying sure. Elora has raised the hand. Can we give access to Elora Ghosh, please? That's the first contestant of today's rapid fire. Swatch, you want to play rapid fire? Are you witty? Yeah, he's witty. Okay. So we have Rutuja Kadam here with us. Hi, Rutuja. Hi, Ruxi. Ruxi is asking, is this seminar for cats too? Yes, Ruxi. It's a pet play date. So it's for all the pets and the love that we have for our pets and the love that they have for us. Danish is saying, how can I join? Danish, once the team gives you the video access, there'll be a prompt on your screen to start your video. And just like you can see me, we all can see you live, and all the other pet lovers will be able to see you live. Rutuja is saying, add me. Gaurav Singh is saying, thanks, Kushal and everyone. Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Elora.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Am I visible and audible?
Scott says hi to you.
And team saying hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hi.
So, Elora, are you ready to play this rapid fire with me?
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay. We'll be having two more people competing with you. And in the meanwhile, let us get to know more about your pet. Please introduce him to us while we add two more contestants to this video.
Hello. His name is Tin and he is a 4-month-old kid and he is a spoiled brat actually. Too naughty, but actually too cute to resist. All he can have everything from me with all these puppy eyes, as you can see. He was taking a nap actually. I grabbed him and came to the live session, so he's little bit angry with me. Are you angry? He was taking a nap actually.
So, is he obedient or is he naughty?
No, he actually whenever he obeys only when I tell him something in a good tone. Otherwise, if I get to scold him, then he doesn't obey anything. He's a brat actually. He just needs he pampering. If you pamper him, he will do everything. And if you get to scold him, then he won't. He won't just obey you.
Okay. So, in
See?
Hindi, you call
No,
him a
no, no.
Sakht Ladka. He's a very tough guy then.
Ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wonderful.
He's
Can we have
ladla
Rukshin
bigad
also?
gaya.
Can we have Aparna and Rukshin live with us? Guys, once the team gives you the access to the names I'm calling out, you will have your video prompt open. You have to click there and start your video just like Elora did. And we guys can start this rapid fire. So does he listen to you? Can we have him do some tricks for us?
Team, team. Actually, he understands both the languages, English and Bengali both.
Okay. So
Oh,
we have
beep, beep,
Rukshin
beep.
Madhan with us, with two of
Hi.
our pets. Hi, Rukshin. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Scott says a hi to you as well.
Hi. Browsted? Good boy.
Yes, please introduce your pets to us. Tell us
This
their
is
name.
Bravo. He's a Cocker Spaniel. He is obedient too. He's the naughty one. He's a Yorkie. He's 7 months old. His name is Bailey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So since we have two contestants right now, Elora and Rukshin, both you girls, are you ready for a quick rapid fire with me?
Yes.
So you have to be fast, you
Yes,
cannot think much, and you have to quickly give the answer that comes in your mind. And the one that does the best will win a hamper from me. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll go one by one. I'll ask a question. Elora answers first, and Rukshin answers after that. And
Okay.
that's how we'll take up 3-4 questions. Okay.
okay.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Team, wish
Wonderful.
Mama best of luck.
So the first
Wish Mama
question is one thing you like the most about your dog. Elora.
his cute puppy eyes.
Rukshin.
He is so innocent, so loving. He loves me more than anything. For me, he's the world, and for him, I'm his world. So
Wonderful.
it's
Very well
cute.
said. Okay,
Yeah.
quickly, if a biopic film was made on your dog, what would the title be? It can be a Bollywood film, it can be a Hollywood film, but you need to come up with a cute or a funny title. Elora,
Or can it be a name of a song also?
you can name anything, existing movie or a new title you can give. So if a biopic was made on your pet, what would the name be?
Mada ladla bigad gaya.
Okay, Rukshin. She says
Barking
Mama Ladla
Adventures of
Bikar Gaya.
Bravo. Barking Adventures of Bravo.
Parking Adventures of Bravo.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. And the third question is one thing that annoys you about him.
His stubborn nature. He's quite stubborn. His stubborn nature sometimes annoys me, but then I just he's giving his example. He's giving a live example how stubborn he is.
Okay, Rukshin.
Nothing. He's absolutely perfect, and I want nothing to be changed.
All right. The next question is, which country you would want to travel with your pet? Elora,
Excuse me, please repeat the question.
which country would you like to travel with your pet?
Country.
Yeah.
Country will be Paris.
Okay. Rukshin.
Switzerland. I want them to enjoy the snow. I am sure they will love it.
Wonderful. Okay. Last but not the least, one thing that you will never do around your dog. Elora,
Hello.
one thing that you will never do around your dog.
I will never beat him actually. I will never raise my hand on him.
Oh, that's sweet.
No matter
Okay.
how much he annoys me.
Okay. Rukshin, one thing you would never
So,
do around your dog.
so I would do everything with him because he's my partner in crime. Like he does everything with me. We go for walks together. We travel together. Like everything we've done together. And obviously, I won't hit him ever. Like they're so sweet.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so for this quick session of these 5 questions, I think we have a clear winner. Though both of you did very well and you answered very honestly, but in a rapid fire, there are a lot of parameters that we judge on. So this time, I think everyone would agree that Mada Ladla Bigad Gaya would take the cake. So Elora, you get this hamper as of now. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
But Rukshin, you have a
Yes.
lot of other opportunities to win the hamper. We have a
Yeah.
quiz, we have the obedience game. So please be with us and we'll get back to you very
Hooray!
soon.
Yeah.
Please.
All right.
We
So
won the
can we
first
request the
round.
team to add more panelists?
Him?
Kushal
No,
is saying,
no,
hi Kiran,
no.
we will give access to you next. Yeah, so can we have 2 more contestants now competing for the hamper? And congratulations, Elora. Everyone is congratulating you. There is Salome Fernandez congratulating you on the hamper. I think, yeah, Mada Ladla Bigad Gaya took the entire cake, but both of them did very well and very, very spontaneous they were in their answers. Now, can we give access to other attendees in this session so that we can play the game? I'm dying to give away the hampers. I'm dying to talk to you all. I'm eager to see your pets and very eager to play the rapid fire round with you. Um, Raj Chahel is saying me. Um, Devangini Chauhan is saying she wants to participate. We have Naisha. She wants to play the rapid fire. Let me just request the team to give access. All right. So who's coming next? Sezi Arora is saying, I too want to play. Kishita Pakrani is saying me. Sorry guys if I don't pronounce your names correctly. I try my best. And we're very happy with all the energy that pet parents have. Yes, Kushal has written very nicely. I am Wahida. I'm waiting to play. Hi Wahida. Hi Jaya. Jaya is saying, please pick me. See guys, मेरे हाथों में कुछ नहीं है. This is the backend team that is giving access to you guys to be live on this video. So just keep a check on your computer screens or your mobile phones. See if your video access is enabled. Click on the start video button so that you can join me. Rukshin is saying, I want to play the obedience game, please. Okay, Rukshin. Now this time you have to win the hamper, and I'm sure both your dogs that we just saw live would obey you. And let me just give you a glimpse of that game till we have some of the contestants for the rapid fire. So after the rapid fire, the next game is the obedience game, which says, I say, you do. All right. So in that game, you will have to make your pet do some things that shows us how obedient he is. And you will have only 10 seconds to show that. Yeah. So we have Aman here. Hi, Aman.
Hi.
Hi. Can we see your pet?
Yeah, sure. One second. Yeah. She is Julie.
Hello, what's his name?
Julie. She is female.
Hi, Julie.
Julu
She's
कौन है?
gorgeous. She's beautiful.
Julu.
Julie, listen to me. Can you, Julie? Hello. Okay, I think
She is not this
still
point.
not familiar with the new normal of webinars and live sessions. So
Yeah.
yeah, great. So Aman, are you ready for a rapid fire? We are giving access to another participant very soon. So you both
Yeah.
have to compete with each other and be very fast and politically incorrect in your answers. And you cannot think much before you speak. जो दिल से आए आपको बोलना है. And the one that does better will win a hamper powered by Royal Canin and Just Dogs. Patna is saying rapid fire access, please. Har- Hardi Patel is saying, I would like to join. Ruxi is saying, my pet is getting restless. Okay, Ruxi, but I hope you're not getting restless to join. Please be patient with me. We have a limit, and I'm sure we have to follow that. Manisha is saying, cat, please. Yes, Manisha, please. I would request the team to give access to Manisha Sharma. We can have at least a pet, like a cat parent and a dog parent play this cool pet rapid fire. It will be extremely fun to know both the pet parents and play this rapid fire. Shreya Martin, please pick us for a rapid fire. Ruxi is saying meow. All right, Ruxi. Um, Sukruti is saying, I want to join. Maria Ansar. Hi guys, I'm taking all your names, as many as possible, because the idea of this is to engage and connect with all of you while being at the comfort of your homes and with your lovable pets around you. So, Kishita, um, someone has asked how to add video bosses. Prem. Hi, Prem. If the team, the backend team chooses you, they will give you access to the video and you will have to click on the start video button to enable your video so that me and Aman sitting right here can get to see you and play this game. Tanveer is saying, I don't see my video. So guys, just wanted to share that all attendees cannot be given the video access at the same time, because then it will become very much confusing, and I'm sure there will be some technical glitches as well. So the best idea is to have a limited number of people on the video, but connect with all of you on this chat. I'm reading all the names right now. There is Bharat Purohit. Bharat is saying gas. Bharat, kisko gas hui? Petro? Oh, we have Manisha. Okay, wonderful. We have a cat parent with us and we have a dog parent with us. Aman and Manisha. Manisha, what's the name? Please introduce us to
So
this.
she's Chloe the cat, and she is the most popular cat on Instagram and in India as well.
Oh, wonderful. What is her Insta handle? I will follow her right away.
Yes, Chloe the cat, PLOWYTHECAT, Chloe the cat.
Can you please type it on the chat box so that when I get done with the session, this is a recorded session. I'll definitely go and check the handle.
Yes, done.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Aman, Manisha, and everyone, please follow Royal Canin on Instagram and Facebook. And
Already following.
Instagram and Facebook.
Already following.
So that you are updated with all the events that will be
Yes.
coming your way. And I will be hosting and getting some live sessions for you. Some things will be informative. You'll get to learn, you'll get to laugh, you'll get to win. And we'll keep connected in this time of, I would not say crisis, but yeah, in this different time right now. But we are figuring a way out to keep connected with each other, and hence we are on this pet play date. Okay, wonderful. So Aman and Manisha, are you ready to play this rapid fire round with me?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so without thinking much, please quickly answer my questions. If your pet could get one superpower, what would it be? Aman,
To speak.
to speak.
Yeah.
Manisha,
To live forever with me.
how sweet. Okay. What advice would you give to your younger self when you got a pet for the first time? Aman.
I should have more research about the breeds.
Okay, Manisha.
I think about the food, because initially I experimented a lot about the food, but then thankfully Royal Canin came to my rescue. So
Wonderful.
Chloe is a Royal Canin baby.
Wonderful. See, that's why we say Royal Canin since 1968 has been
Yes.
an expert in the nutrition of pets, and they have a science behind it, and that's what makes them, a leading brand for all our pet needs. Wonderful. You get brownie points for that, Manisha.
Thank you.
Okay, quickly, Aman, pull up your socks. One skill which you wish your pet got to learn.
To have medicines at same time when she's not well.
Okay, to have medicines herself.
Yeah.
Good idea. Manisha.
This time I would go about Chloe speaking about herself, because everywhere I have to introduce the her, she's a celebrity and everything. So one time I wish she behave like celebrity.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. So rather than you telling her Insta handle, maybe
Absolutely.
she can talk on her behalf and he say, hey guys,
Yes.
follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel and share.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, good one. What would you do if some other pet hit on your pet? Aman.
बस उसका झगड़ा सॉल्व करूंगा और कुछ कर नहीं सकते, सामने वाले पेट को मार भी नहीं सकते वैसे टाइम पे.
Okay. Manisha.
I would say this is invalid, because Chloe is like totally gangster kind of cat, and वो I don't think किसी को मारने भी देती है खुद को. वो खुद जाके जरूर माराती है लोगों को and बाकी cats को.
So we have the dawn of the cats right here with us.
Absolutely. Gaitonde.
Wonderful. Brownie points for that. Okay. One thing that your pet is afraid of, Aman.
Heat, like गर्मी वाले वेदर से ज्यादा तकलीफ होती है.
Okay. Manisha.
Leaving her parents, whenever I leave her at some, like pet boarding or something, she really gets, don't leave me, meow, meow, meow. She always starts doing this, don't leave me, but I have to because of office trips and everything.
Okay.
That's
Two more
what she's
questions. And
afraid
this
of.
is the last rapid fire due to time constraints. Two more questions and we'll give a hamper to one of you. What does your pet hate the most? Grooming, going to a vet, etc., etc. Aman.
When somebody is living from home.
Okay. Manisha.
Bathing water. She becomes Bhigi Billy.
Okay. This time we'll go with you, Manisha, first. Last but not the least, most funny pet name that you have heard so far.
Okay, that's Gaitonde again, that I've given to Chloe. So that's the funniest one. Plus it suits her. Gaitonde.
Okay. Aman, the most funny pet name you've heard.
Hennigan.
Sorry?
Hennikens.
Okay. Should I tell you what I have heard? I have a friend, he has a pug and he's called Chulbul Pandey.
Oh.
That's
All
like
right.
another question.
Guys, wonderful. So Aman and Manisha, you both have been wonderful. And I think all would agree that the person who wins the hamper amongst both of you right now is Manisha Sharma.
Oh my
Can we
God.
hear it for her?
Yay.
But Aman,
Thank
we have
you so
some
much.
three games lined up, and there is a quiz, there is an obedience game. So please stay with us till the end of this session, and I'm sure you will enjoy. All right. Ruxi also says Manisha has won. All right. Yes, you guessed it right, Ruxi. All right. There is Rutuja Kadam. Rutuja, now we won't play the rapid fire. I'm quickly going to my next game, which is the obedience game, which is I say, you do. Okay. So Rutuja, you have 10 seconds to show how obedient your pet is. And after that, we'll be switching the video to the next contestant. And the one who wins this game will again get a hamper. So the most obedient pet gets a hamper to pamper himself or herself by Just Dogs and Royal Canin.
You just fall asleep, actually.
So you can say you asked him to fall asleep and he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not that boring. Please wake up. Imagine a live event and a host talking and the audience is sleeping. This is a disgrace to me. What's his name? What's his name?
Debu.
Hi Debu. Debu please मेरी थोड़ी इज्जत रख ले यार मेरे दोस्त. जाग गया. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Okay. Do we have anyone else to play this obedience game with us? Shreya is saying, can we play the next game? Yes, Shreya.
I would like to play the obedience game.
Wonderful. So, Kiran Krishna, hi, first of all.
Hi, hello.
So, now you have 10 seconds, Kiran, quickly to
Okay.
show us how obedient your beloved pet is. Tell us his name and Rutuja.
Yes.
Be prepared. If your Debu does not sleep, let's make him.
Come here.
Okay, let's begin with Kiran first.
Hi. He's Domino.
Hi, Domino.
He's a 3 years old Shih Tzu.
Okay.
So he listens to me very well. He's a loving pet of a place. So I would like to show some tricks in 10 seconds. He'll be doing some 5 tricks.
Wonderful.
5 tricks in 5 seconds.
We are very excited.
Yes, very much. Come here, Dom. Hello?
Yeah, Kiran.
1 second. Hello?
Yes, Kiran, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, thumbs up.
Okay. So, 10 seconds and 5 tricks. Okay. So, stand, sit, shake hand, high five, sleep. Good boy. Okay. So, that was a stand, sit, shake hand, high five, and sleep. Yeah. Thank you.
Kiran, Shreya is saying to you, so much fun, loving it. Ruxi is saying Domino is too cute. So, I think you surely win a hamper for Domino, and I think Domino has earned it. He has earned his own hamper. So, yeah.
And there's a standing rollover. If you want to see, I can show it to you.
Yes, please. We would love to. We're all here for all the pets.
Okay. Domino, stand up. Roll. Stand up. Roll. Come here, dog. Come here. Up. Roll. Give it. High five, dog. High five. Hey. Okay.
Wonderful. Kiran, इसको तो Olympics में होना चाहिए. So obedient and so disciplined.
Very well.
How did you train him? This is like...
No, just like that. You know, some tricks, that's all.
So he understands. And the best part is you both communicate with each other so well. And it's so beautiful to see that, Kiran. And thanks for joining. And please stay till the end of the session. You will have a lot of fun. And so will Domino. And yes, our team will get in touch with you to have your address details for the hamper. So stay tuned. So can we have Rutuja on the screen? I think Debu is ready for the obedience game, it seems. So yes, Rutuja, you have 10 seconds and please show us. And then I think we are running short on time. I would request the team to give me a quick time check in between. I'm reading all the chats. Ruxine says, can you please add me? Bravo. Oh, Debu is doing the tricks already.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I think he has somehow shown that he listens to you. So I think he has somehow passed in the exam. And it's not fair to compare dogs and the breeds. So you definitely get a hamper for Debu from my side and from Royal Canin and Just Dogs. So please enjoy the hamper. And in the meanwhile, can we have last one contestant to show how obedient the pet is? because I have one more hamper to give away for this game, but the hampers will continue till the end of this entire session. So guys, keep the excitement ready, keep the excitement on, be ready. And last one, this is guys, before we start with Wesley's session, we have Ramamurthy, we have Devangini Chauhan, we have Sezi Arora, we have Rukshin Madon, Bharat Purohit, Danish again has been very active, and I would request guys, please add one contestant, one participant, one attendee who they think can show us how obedient their beloved pet is. Manisha is saying, I am definitely attending. Yeah, Manisha, thank you. High five to you from here. Harsha is saying, woof woof. Rukshini is saying, bravo, knows so many. Okay. All right. Can we please have an attendee get the access to video so that we can have our last round of the obedience game called I Say, You Do. In the meanwhile, let me just tell you guys that we'll be having Wesley join us very, very shortly, who is a Harvard Business School alumnus. He has 17 years of veterinary experience and is representing the Royal Canine team from the US. So that's so cool. And he'll be talking to us about nutrition in pets. And also, let me not forget that this event would not have been possible without Just Dogs, which is India's #1 and the largest chain of specialty pet superstore and pet spa, who pioneered the concept of branded pet stores and services in India. Guys, Just Dogs, they deal in pet food, pet accessories, toys, specialty products, grooming products, and spa services for dogs. Yes, so in some of the hampers, you will also get a spa service for your dogs, for your cats, for your birds, and other common pets, because they have a vision to provide total lifetime care for every pet and pet parent and strive to achieve customer delight and share knowledge. And they've also been awarded Pet Shop of the Year award, by the way. Yeah. So guys, can we please have Devangini saying, why not cat parent join? Yes, Devangini, we had a cat parent, Manisha, here with us. She, in fact, won the rapid fire round. And she also shared the Instagram handle of her cat. And Manisha, please type the handle again. I want to really follow her on Instagram. And you guys also follow me. My handle is Karan Singh Chabra. And I hope I entertain you with my videos that I keep posting with entire Bollywood. So cannot see anyone's messages here. I can see all your messages, guys. Manisha is saying, Chloe loves you. Hey, thank you, Chloe. I think, guys, I can see all your messages right here. Wahida is saying, hi, Karan. Viral Palan is saying, I have a Shih Tzu. Hi, Viral. I have my Shih Tzu friend right here with me. Where is he? Brando wants to join. El Yash, can you please join? You have been given the access. I just got to know from my backend team. Please start your video so that we can play this game with you.
Hi, Karan, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hi, Srivatsan. How are you?
Doing good. How about you? This is my second time.
Yes. You joined us in the last session as well. That is so cool.
So that's my boy, Tuffy, in the background.
I met him last time, and first of all, Srivatsan, I want to thank people like you who have been consistent, and you have joined us in this second session, and I'm so happy to see you again. And please continue joining all the sessions from home.
Of course.
Okay, your 10 seconds will be starting soon. Are you ready? Srivatsan, are you ready? I think your mic is on mute.
Yeah. 10 seconds for what? Sorry, I just joined.
So we have a game called I Say You Do. So it is the obedience game. You have to show how obedient your beloved pet is. And if he's able to pass this test, he gets a wonderful hamper by Just Dogs and Royal Canine.
I will try my best.
Okay. So your time starts now.
Tuffy, shake hand.
Shake hand. Good boy.
Tuffy, down,
Down,
down, down.
down, 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 down.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
There you go. Two items now, as of now.
Wonderful. Anything else you would like to show?
Scratchy for him. He shows his belly scratch.
Oh, he's cute. Wahida is saying he's cute. Manisha is saying so smart and cute. So there are so many compliments coming from the gorgeous ladies watching us live. Tuffy is a lucky boy.
Of course he is, Karan.
All right. Okay, great. So I think he's shown us quite well how obedient he is. And Srivatsan, Tuffy gets a hamper from Royal Canin and he has earned it with his obedience and discipline. Though he showed us two things, and I think so far Kiran was there with us, who had shown us more than 5 commands, 5 to 7 commands that he followed. But as I say, every pet is obedient in his or her own way.
Absolutely.
And listen to your commands, and that is why he has earned this gift hamper. And Srivatsan, thank you for joining. Our team will get in touch with you for your address details, or otherwise I will share the email address at the end of the session. If they haven't reached out to you, you can anytime type in the chat, and I am able to see everyone's chat right now. So stay with us, because we'll be having Wesley joining us shortly, all the way from US for this session. And thank you so much. So guys, that was the obedience game. We have 3 clear winners, 3 clear hampers going to these cute, loving pets. And before that, the rapid fire winners already are announced, and I'll be coming with all the winners. The list will be announced also in the end of the entire session. You have many more hampers to win. But without any further delay, guys, let me introduce you to Wesley, my friend from the US. He's representing the Royal Canin team from the United States, who will be taking over the session. So over to you, Wesley.
Let's see here. There we go. Good morning, or good afternoon, or evening.
Good evening from India.
Good morning from the US.
Yes. Okay, over to you, Wesley. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. Let me share my screen here. All right. Can everybody see it? Hope so. Well, first, I just want to say thank you for having me, and thanks to Just Dogs for putting this event on with us, or allowing us to put it on with them. I'm excited this morning to share with you guys some information on nutrition and why is it important. Let me get rid of this piece here. So we're going to go through today just a little bit of information on nutrition. So we're going to go through why is it important. We're going to go through some information on different sizes and what makes food for pets tasty and why do they want to eat it. And then we're also going to go through some of the myths around pet food. And I'm sure you guys have seen some of those or heard some of those over the years. So hopefully this hits on the pieces that you guys have some interest about today. So the first piece that I want to start with is Royal Canin is a nutrient company. It's a science-based company. It's based on nutrients, not ingredients. So when you look at ingredients, you think of fish, you think of chicken, corn, wheat, and that's an ingredient. But really, we need to get the nutrients out of that. And when you look, then you can say, okay, well, there's protein or there's fats. But we go even further than that to say, for example, amino acids. So proteins are made up of amino acids, and that's really what your cat or dog needs. So at the end of the day, when you say that my dog or cat needs meat, they don't really need meat. They don't actually need protein. They need amino acids. And so that's what nutrition is really about. It's getting to the core of what the body really needs. And why are they important? Well, they provide energy. Obviously, they're really important for providing the material for growth, repair, and reproduction of cells and other functions in the body. And as you may already know, they do control a lot of the essential processes that and make sure they operate normally within your body, or your pet's body, I should say. So we're going to take a look at the 6 kind of categories of nutrients that we have. So we have protein, we have lipids or fats, we have carbohydrates, and we have water, which everyone I think understands water, but so we won't cover that one today. But we also have vitamins and minerals. And so we're going to have one little slide on each of these just to show you a little bit about it and let you know what it's doing for your pet. So for protein, it's extremely important for the structure of the body. So obviously, I think a lot of us know about the importance for muscle growth and health, but also it's very important for your organs, the internal organs. Protein also provides a lot of energy for the body. And then as I mentioned earlier on that first slide, it's crucial for the amino acids that your pet needs. And I wanted to show you guys this chart here of the most digestible proteins. So a lot of us may think chicken, or I don't know, maybe you've heard a lot of different things out there, but believe it or not, egg is the most digestible protein, followed by wheat gluten. You have soy protein isolate, corn gluten, chicken meal, chicken, and then all the way down there at the bottom, chicken feet. So I wanted to show you guys this because it's really important to understand that you may have heard about gluten before. Gluten is actually protein. It's not some weird thing out there that's added to food, or that's kind of a weird piece of wheat or corn. It's actually protein. And what Royal Canin does is we actually extract that protein out. So if you think about corn, and you think about a piece of corn, right? And you think about opening that up and sucking out the juicy inner pieces or inner part of that corn. That's really the gluten, or the protein from corn. So when I mentioned the amino acids, I really wanted to show you guys some of the differences here. So cats actually have a requirement of taurine, which is basically comes from meat, and internal organs are kind of the main source for taurine. So a lot of times your cats are carnivores, and that's the main reason, is that they need taurine, and that comes from meat and internal organs. But when you look at the other amino acids, they're the same for cats and dogs. So dogs need 10 amino acids and cats need 11. And if cats don't get taurine, it can really have a negative effect on them. So from eyesight to skin to just the way that their body functions, cats can actually, if they don't get taurine after a couple of days, they can have some very serious health conditions and potentially die from it. So it's really important when we think about feeding our pets. And this is why, Royal Canin pet food and other pet foods that are available to you are so important, because it makes sure that your cat and your dogs get exactly what they need. When we think about home cooking, and that's definitely love for our dogs. The problem is it's very, very difficult for us to make sure that they get every single thing that they need when we home cook. So just a reason here to drive home the point of buying a manufactured pet food like Royal Canin, or another great option from Just Dogs. Let's look at fats. So fats are extremely important for the body. I've got multiple things on here that they can do. They really do help with anti-inflammatory benefits. So when you think about your intestines, helping with digestion, they help improve the mobility of your joints. Kidneys and skin is a big one, actually, especially with our diets. We add omega-3 fish oils into our diets, and it really has great benefits for your dog or cat's skin. I'll show you a picture in just a second on that, actually. But the other pieces here are very important for muscle and cell oxygenation. But the big role that I want to call out is anti-inflammatory benefits. So let's look at the skin and what kind of impact it can have. So here we have a little dog, and you can see on the left, obviously had some pretty serious skin condition, some things going on. We got her on Royal Canin pet food. And you can see that over the course of 6 months, the impact that our diet had on this pet. So it's extremely important, again, that we feed these manufactured pet foods, and especially Royal Canin, because of the added benefits of omega-3 fatty acids and all the nutrients that come into that. So you can see how miserable she was on the left, and obviously tongues out, going for a walk, very happy 6 months later after her skin was getting the nutrients that it needed. Carbohydrates. I think there's a lot of things going on out there around carbohydrates, and we'll talk a little bit more about those later. But basically, there's two pieces here. There's starch, which is, you guys know, energy, right? Carbohydrates give you some great long-term energy. It's digestible. It's really important for the kibble to actually make pet food. You need carbohydrate. Okay? That's kind of the binding piece to pet food. And then, of course, it adds some palatability too. I think all of us like our carbs. So good to have. The other piece is fiber. So fiber, you know, you hear sometimes filler, but fiber is really important for the body. It really helps to make sure things move through the GI tract. And there's actually two different types of fiber, and one is fermentable and one is non-fermentable. Non-fermentable is kind of your one that helps things move through, but fermentable is really important for the bacteria that lives in the stomach and intestines of your cat and dog. And it really helps to make sure that the bacteria gets the food that they need. So the bacteria eats these fibers, and actually the byproduct is some other beneficial things like short chain fatty acids. And we won't go that deep today, but a lot of that has huge benefits on the body. I mean, make sure your cells in your colon and your intestines work properly. Make sure your liver, your lymph, your immune system, circulatory system, all work and function properly. So you need to have the right fibers to make sure that your bacteria is eating those and then producing the byproducts that your body needs, or your cat and dog's body needs. So, and in some cases, you guys may be aware, but if your pet needs to lose weight, we can add a little bit more fiber to make them feel more full, and so they don't beg and they don't feel like they're as hungry as often. Vitamins, I think a lot of us are familiar with vitamins, but they have a lot of different functions in the body. I'm not going to go into all of them here, but obviously from vision to nervous system function to your metabolism, vitamin D is extremely important for calcium and phosphorus retention. So when you think about bone health, and when you go a little bit further with minerals, think of calcium. Obviously, we kind of talked about how that's important with vitamin D to pair up, but you also think of iron and phosphorus, all these other pieces that are really important to the structural health of the dog and cat's body and the way they operate. I'll show you a quick example here. It's really important. This is where, again, it's very important that we feed a very good, high quality food, because again, if we don't get the right minerals, or we get too much, if we don't get, sometimes there's this balance, right? You don't want to give too little and you don't want to give too much. And I'll show you what that means, especially for large breed dogs and puppies as they're growing. It's extremely important that we get them the right nutrition, because it can actually lead to, if we give too much calcium, for example, it can lead to bone issues and bone deformities. And just to be clear, this was, I don't think a Royal Canin study here, but these are just the pictures that to show you that these were done years and years ago to show you the impact of this. And you may have heard of, there are recalls sometimes of pet food that have these issues. We do not have that at Royal Canin, because we have extremely high levels of quality control at our manufacturing plants. And so we triple check the product, the ingredients, the nutrients levels that are in there, to ensure that when that product leaves our warehouse and goes to your Just Dogs store and you guys buy that you know exactly that product, those nutrient levels are exactly what your cat or your dog needs. So we're to question number 1. So we have some poll questions during my presentation. We also have some questions after. So I believe I'm turning over to Karan for the first question.
All right. Thank you, Wesley. So guys, yes, as I said, I am your quiz master for today, and you have to be really attentive in the session so that you know the answer to these questions and you win extremely special gift hamper from Royal Canin and Just Dogs. So the first question right now to you all is, how many amino acids does a dog need to survive? I request the team to type down this question so that you guys can also start typing your answers. The one with the fastest answer and the correct answer will win a hamper, and I'll announce the winner in the end And I'll give the answer to this question before my next question. Over to you, Wesley.
Thank you. So hopefully you guys are paying attention. That's a little bit of a tough one, but I've got to keep you on your toes so that you guys in here. All right, so let's get into some maybe a little bit more fun topics here. I think it's important to talk about why nutrition is important in the ingredients, but let's talk about some things about the food. And when we look at, this obviously is about Royal Canin and what makes your cat's food tasty or your dog's food tasty. So there's several different things that we think about with pets. And I didn't put this little fact into this presentation, but I'm going to tell you it because I think it's really important. So people have 9,000 taste buds. Okay? A dog has 1,700. So about 10%, maybe 15, 20% of what a human has. And a cat, only 470 taste buds. So when you think about that, they can't taste food like we taste it. So, you know, if you think about giving them some food that you cook at your home, they're not going to really taste what you taste, right? So when it comes to dogs and cats, there are other factors that go into making food pleasurable and enjoyable for them. And so when we look at this, we think about smell or aroma. That is probably the most important thing. You know that too. When you smell food, a lot of times you're already tasting it, and you already know what it's gonna taste like. For our cats and dogs, that is a huge piece of what goes into making food interesting and fun for them. The other piece is stimulation. So when we think about the taste and the feel of the food in their mouth, it plays a huge role. For example, in cats, they actually found that a triangular shaped kibble is more palatable than a square or oval shape for a lot of cats. And so when we get cats that maybe are a little bit more picky, especially when you think about renal issues and they're getting older, the triangular shaped kibble is used a lot in our foods because it feels better in their mouth. When we think about the actual texture of the food, Royal Canin does a lot of studies on how hard the food is, how it breaks in the mouth, because all those pieces come into the mouth feel and how your pet interacts with the food. And then there is the size too. So when we look here on the right, you see the different sizes of food for the dogs and different shapes too. So obviously Great Dane is a big chunk of food for them. It's easier to get into their mouth. When you look at some of these other pieces, for example, let's say look at a boxer food there, right? It's kind of wavy. When you think about a boxer or a bulldog that kind of have a brachiocephalic, they have that smushed face, it's hard for them to pick up food. And so the wavy kibble actually helps them get the food into their mouth easier. And so bulldogs and boxers tend to have a lot of gas, right? A lot of stinky gas that you may smell. If you're having that problem, maybe try one of these foods, because what happens is when they can't get the kibble into their mouth easy, they ingest a lot of air. And that's what causes sometimes a lot of that extra gas. So if you're having that issue, you may want to try one of these. But for example, Labrador and Chihuahua are very, very different, or Great Dane and Chihuahua are very, very different, and they have different textures and feels for the mouth. So why does size matter? It's extremely important that we feed to the size of the pet, of the dog in this case. When you look at the intestinal tract, so the intestinal tract, whether it's a Great Dane or a Chihuahua, is actually the same size. Right? Just because they're a bigger dog doesn't mean that they necessarily have a bigger GI tract. But what's different is the proportion to their body. And so when you think about a Great Dane, for example, they're gonna eat a lot of food, right? And then it has to be digested versus I think in this case we have a dachshund on there, but in case of a Chihuahua or a smaller dog, they eat a smaller amount of food and their GI tract as a proportion is longer, and so it's able to digest better. So larger breed dogs can tend to have some GI issues, maybe it's diarrhea, things like that, loose stool. So Royal Canin's food is designed based on the size of the pet. And you see this with other companies too, right? But I want to talk a little bit about this because actually Royal Canin was the first company to pioneer and come and innovate with size health nutrition. And that came out in the 80s, I think it was 1986, that we were the first ones to ever come to market with a large breed, a medium breed, or a small breed diet option for dogs. So what we do is we talk about highly digestible proteins. So that's extremely important. Not all proteins are the same. We also do something called very fine grinding. And what this means is it just takes the raw product, raw materials, and grinds them really, really fine. And what that does is it opens up more flavors and aromas, and it also makes it more easily digestible in the body. So to give you an example, you guys, you may know all-purpose flour, right? That white flour that you get it on your hands and it really doesn't even want to come off. It's really very, very fine. That's what Royal Canin's consistency is. Versus, for example, let's say a cornmeal, a wheat flour. I'm trying to think of something, I don't know all the products that you guys cook with in India, or flours that you may use, but think about some of those more grainy textures. Those are going to be some other pet foods or maybe even a really low pet food that doesn't give you the digestibility that you would find in Royal Canin, for example. And so we do that so that certainly all dogs and all cats, but it even makes it better and more digestible for your larger breed dogs. And we talked about the fermentable and non-fermentable fibers, so having that right blend. And then one thing here that you are probably looking at, what is sodium silicoaluminate? Well, we call it zeolite, but what it is it's a mineral clay. It's natural mineral clay. And what it does is it helps to line the intestines. It improves and helps with water absorption and making sure that the body is getting the materials and the nutrients that it needs, while also kind of rejuvenating the intestines. So, and also helps with stool quality. So it's really important to have all these pieces when you think about feeding your pet and your dog, especially on their size. One thing that I really want to call out for large breed puppies, so large breed and giant breed puppies, we really want to make sure that when they're, well, with any puppy, but especially these guys, when they're on puppy food, they stay on it for the right amount of time. And I'll show you a slide in a second. But the other thing is that we don't want to just free feed, right? You don't want to just fill their bowl. When you think of a cup of food, you don't want to just have some big cup, right? A cup is actually pretty small. So you really want to make sure that you measure the feeding, because we talk about giving too much food or too much nutrients can have a negative impact, and also too little, right? So, and we can also, with too much food, obviously put a lot of weight on the pet, and that's not very healthy either. We don't want to be giving additional vitamins or supplements on top of that, because again, you can throw off the balance of the food that you're feeding. So we want to make sure we are aware of that. And then with snacks and treats, listen, I love to give treats to my dog. I know you guys do too. It's a way to show love. It's a way to interact with them. But we really want to make sure that the treats are less than 10% of their calories for a day. So be very, very careful about how many treats you're giving, but also what type of treats you're giving. Some treats are very, very high in calories. And actually, sometimes if you give a big bone, we love to give bones, or some of those bigger chews, that can be the entire calorie content for a day for your dog. And then they're also getting food, right? So be very, very aware of what you're giving your dog. And if you're giving them one of those bones, maybe you only let them have a little bit of it and take it away and give the rest back the next day, okay? So be aware of that. So fun facts here. I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but when you look at, for example, small or extra small dogs, they are puppies until 10 months of age. So at 10 months of age, they become adults. Medium dogs are right at a year. Large dogs are, it says 15 to 18 months, they become adults. So you think about like a lab or a German Shepherd. I think we saw some of those on the videos. They're going to be puppies until about a year and a half, okay? And then giant breeds are really puppies until 2 years of age. So even at Royal Canin, we actually have 2 puppy diets for giant. We have a giant puppy and then a giant junior. So you feed giant puppy for 1 year and giant junior for year 1 to year 2. So it's really important that we feed these puppies to the right length of time and with the right nutrition, so we make sure they develop properly. I want to talk about cats. I know we've got some cats on. I think one cat was named Moksha, Royal Canin cat. I'm glad to see that we got her a hamper for the plug there. Just kidding. But I wanted to show cats real quick because you'll see here that cats are usually not underweight. They're usually a good size. But as they get older, they start to lose weight because their body changes, their activity levels change, the way that their body digests nutrients. So again, it's not just about the size of a cat or a dog. It's also about the age, and the nutritional requirements change when they get older. So sometimes you guys may have seen, for example, a diet that's approved for all life stages. Okay, so it says technically you could feed it from a puppy all the way to a 20-year-old dog. Okay, at Royal Canin, we believe that you need to have specific diets based on the age. So puppy, adult, mature, and then a senior diet, because it really does change the nutritional requirements of a pet. A puppy does not need the same nutrition that a senior dog does, right? I think we can all agree on that. So, for example, with cats, we're going to reduce phosphorus. We're going to change, maybe add in a little bit more fat so that it helps to keep the weight on. But reducing phosphorus helps to ensure that they don't develop some kidney disease, reduces the risks of that. So there's really important pieces that go into the nutrients into your cat and dog's food. And now that brings us to question number 2. Karan.
All right. Well, I got to learn so much right now in this previous slides, Wesley, and with over 17 years of experience, I just want to take the liberty, before I ask my question number 2 to all our guests right here, I want to know from you what brought you to this field and what made you follow this and be so passionate about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been passionate about pets. I can still remember, I think I was 5 years old, and I still have a very vivid memory of playing, pretending to be a veterinarian with my stuffed animals. And so I started, studying that in university, and was going to go the veterinary route and wanted to actually work on horses. I wanted to be an equine surgeon. And I realized, I said, okay, I want to take a year off. Just after, finishing university, I kind of didn't like school at the time, and got into sales, and for about a year. And then I thought, okay, well, if human pharmaceutical reps, so they must have animal pharmaceutical reps. And I was able to get into this industry. And shortly thereafter, I found Royal Canin, and I've been with them 11 years now, 10 plus years. And it's been an amazing journey. It's an amazing company. I think what's really important for me is that, and that I found over the years, is that in order for me to work for a company, I have to believe in the products. And with Royal Canin, the amount of research that they do is incredible. And the fact that they are focused on the cat and dog first. It's not about marketing to the consumer. It's about what the cat and dog needs. And that's something I can really relate to. And it also helps that the people at the company are amazing too. You guys have an amazing group of Royal Canin associates in India and all around the world. And it's hard not to be passionate when you are around people who are passionate about pets every day.
Wonderful. I think your passion reflects right here in the way you speak and the way you are giving your knowledge to us. Thank you so much. And I would just give the session back to you, Wesley. Let me just quickly connect with all our friends right here. I hope you all are following some ground rules. I hope you're using your headphones. Please pay attention to the questions that I ask, because they are super duper cool hampers. There is a dog spa for you from Just Dogs, and some really cool vouchers by Royal Canin coming your way. Keep your furry friends close, because as I say, I love to see them. And listen carefully to win the prizes, because there'll be a quiz coming after this session as well. But let me ask you the question number 2 of this session. Before that, the answer to the question number 1 is, the question was, how many amino acids does a dog need to survive? The correct answer, which many of you have given, which means you're clearly listening to this session, and I'm sure Wesley will be a happy man after listening to this. Yeah. So great. The answer is 10. And congratulations. Many of you have answered correctly. The one who answers fastest will win the hamper, and we'll announce it in the end. Now, my question number 2 is, a giant breed puppy becomes an adult at how many months of age? I would request the team to type the question, and over to you, Wesley.
Thank you. good to hear that we had so many answers on the first question. So thank you guys for your attention, and thank you for being here. Really, it's a great opportunity to share some knowledge with you guys. I'm always happy to do it. 30 minutes is not really enough. I could probably go for 3 hours, but that'll be for the next virtual event that we do. All right, so last section for today is around nutritional myths. And what I mean by that is you see some topics here: byproducts, organic, grain-free, meat first, right? These are corn. You guys might have heard corn. These are all things that are out there about pet food that I want to just clarify. And I think it's an opportunity to let you guys know the truth about these different topics. We won't go into all of these, but just a couple here. So byproducts. You know, I think in most of the world, there's a different understanding of byproducts, or, you know, when you think about byproducts, you think about organs, kidneys, livers, things like that. But it can also mean, for example, gelatin, chicken stock, beet pulp. So there's a misconception that byproducts are not fit for human consumption. Okay, that's not true. I've eaten many internal organs in my time. I actually love them. I'm sure many of you have too. There's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, so they're very safe and they're very nutritious. And in fact, having byproducts on the ingredient list does not indicate anything about the pet food's quality, the cost, or the nutritional value. And we were just talking about puppies, for example. Puppies, their immune system, just like babies, right? Human babies, their immune system is not very strong when they're young, and especially the digestive tract, right? I have a 3-month-old baby. I just had a baby in April, and it takes a while for their digestive system to really start functioning. And so we actually use quite a bit of high-level byproduct in puppies and kittens food, because the byproducts are actually significantly more digestible and easy on the body, and you get a lot more nutrients out of them. So we may not have to use nearly as much protein, like if we just use chicken, for example. If we use the chicken byproduct, we're actually able to reduce the amount of meat or byproduct that goes in, but we increase the amount of nutrients, and we increase the amount of how digestible that diet is for that cat or dog. So I just wanted to hit on this because I think sometimes it's construed that, or the message is that it's bad. They're not bad at all. They're very good for pets. And at Royal Canin, we really focus on using the internal organs. We don't use, you know, sometimes you may hear beaks, chicken feet, eyes, things like that. We don't do that. It's just the internal organs that Royal Canin is using. All right, another one is real meat. So the misconception is that consumers believe that real meat should be the first ingredient in a pet food, and that real meat is better for their pet versus a meal. So let's talk about this. So when you look at the ingredient list on a label, it's by weight, and that's a pre-cooked weight. Okay, so meat is 70 to 80% water, right? Versus 10%, which is 10% water. Sorry, versus a meal. So a meal is actually, so I like to say it's jerky. So think about, you have chicken, right? You have a pound of chicken on a scale, and you dehydrate it. You turn it into a jerky, and then meal, basically all it does is you take that jerky and you grind it into a powder. That's it. Okay, so it takes all the water out, and it's just the meat. So if you had 5 pounds of meat on a scale and you take the water out, you're left with 1 pound. Okay, so when you think about an ingredient list, if it says whole chicken, or, you know, whatever is the first ingredient, right, the meat, that's because it's 80% water. All right, so ingredients are listed in descending order of weight. And because meal is a lower moisture, having meat as the first ingredient followed by meal indicates that most of the actual nutrient or protein is coming from the meal. So a lot of times you guys will see a meat first, and then like 3 carbohydrates, you know, corn and things like that, and then maybe a meal. A lot of times companies may use the meat first as a way to kind of attract, but when you dry it out, it goes farther down the ingredient deck, because obviously your dry goods like corn and other carbohydrates are already dry. So that's why they're higher in the ingredient deck. So it doesn't mean that it's better or worse. It's just that to understand that when you look at an ingredient deck, real meat as the first ingredient doesn't necessarily mean that it has more protein or anything in it. It's just that it's going to have a lot of water weight, and that's why it's listed first. Corn, another kind of fun one here. So corn is very common in pet food. There's a misconception that it's a filler, it has no nutritional value, that it causes food allergies. You may have heard that. But the fact is, it's actually extremely digestible. I showed you on that one of those first slides. I think it's like the third or fourth most digestible protein. It actually has a really unique amino acid profile. So this means that we're able to get the amino acids that we need for your cat and dog without adding a ton of other nutrients or ingredients to get there. So it allows us to be much more focused on what your cat and dog needs. We're not worried about necessarily what you know, as a consumer are looking at a product saying, oh, well, I want this or this. It's at the end of the day, it's what does your cat and dog need? And we can use corn to give a lot of that to your pet. On the right, I just show you here the most common allergies for dogs and cats. I want to show you this because if you look on dogs, beef is by far, and dairy are very, very high in causing allergies for dogs. Same thing for cats, except that it goes from beef to fish, surprisingly. And corn obviously is way down on the list there. It's very, very rare that you would have corn causing a problem. It's very, very rare. And last one for today on myths is grain-free. So there's a myth that grain-free diets have low carbohydrate content. Okay. Grains help prevent signs of adverse food reactions, so food allergies. And grain-free diets are superior to pet foods containing grains. So these pieces are not true. It doesn't mean that grain-free or grain diets, there's no benefit. The studies actually show that they offer the same value and the same benefit to your dog and cat. And when you look at, for example, here on the bottom right, while allergies to grains can develop, it's less than 1% of dogs and cats are sensitive to grains. It's very, very rare that your dog or your cat's going to have a problem with a grain. And when you think about grain-free diets, we talked earlier about how important carbohydrates are to actually forming and making a kibble. So grain-free diets actually still have a lot of carbohydrates in them. They just use different types of carbohydrates. They don't use the grains. They may use tapioca, potato, beans. So they have other carbohydrates in them. And it's important to notice, to say this, that for example, potato is going to be higher actually in glycemic index. It's going to be higher in sugars than, for example, a wheat. And so while you're substituting and changing the grains, it doesn't necessarily mean that the nutrients are going to be what you want or your cat and dog needs either. So it's important to know that. I also want to point out that a lot of times consumers, when they switch to a grain-free diet and their dog or cat does better, they assume that it's because of the grains or no grains, right? Grain-free. But what's actually happening in a lot of those diets that are grain-free is that they have other proteins. They have rabbit, they have, maybe it's pork or venison or whatever it may be, different kinds of proteins. And that's what helps the pet. It's changing the protein, which is what most often causes food allergies. So just be aware of that. There's no, grain-free diets, just because they're grain-free doesn't mean that they're bad. Actually, there's a lot of great grain-free diets out there. There's a lot of great diets that contain grain, like Royal Canin. We actually do have some grain-free diets on the veterinary side. But I just say that to get it out there that it's very, very rare that your dog or cat would be allergic to a grain. And just because they're grain-free doesn't mean they don't have carbohydrates. And when you look at dogs and cats these days, you hear a lot of times, oh, dogs are wolves, right? They come from wolves. I always say, your pug is not a wolf. And the reason for that is over these 20,000+ years of evolution and domestication of dogs, they've lived next to humans and they eat breads and things that were out, right? So actually, if you look at the genetics and the genome of dogs, domestic dogs versus wolves, dogs have a genome that actually, it actually breaks, they have a specific indicator in there that actually is higher than wolves because it breaks down carbohydrates. So dogs have developed to break down carbohydrates. So it's really important to know that. They're not bad or good for dogs. There's really no benefit either way here. So last slide. For Royal Canin, I just want to highlight that, and for this whole presentation, cat and dogs need nutrients for proper body function, not specific ingredients. It's ultimately the nutrients. And that's why Royal Canin is cat and dog first. We focus on the needs of the pet. And when you look at Royal Canin, it's all about research and the science behind our products and the nutrients. That's what we base everything on. And that's why I'm still with this company, because it's not just based on a fad or something new in the market. You know, we always see that with people too, with different weight loss diets and things that we can do. For us, it is 100% about the science and what is proven to work and what we know your dog and cat needs. So hopefully today this was a great example of showing you what Royal Canin is about as well, but also that there's a ton of great options at Just Dogs. And please, talk to your friends and family, let them know that it's really important that they feed a pet food, because home cooking and trying to add to food, it can really be a detriment to your pet if they don't get the right nutrients that they need. So please spread the word. I know you guys are great ambassadors for your dogs and your cats. So please spread that word out there that get your dog or cat on a manufactured pet food at Just Dogs, and they're going to live a much longer, happier life. All right, question 3, Karan.
All right, so I'm back again. Thank you, Wesley. The answer to my question 2, and guys, I request you to please type your answers in the chat section and not in the Q&A section. In the Q&A section, you can ask your questions, and our team is trying their best to reply as many of you as possible. So the answer to question 2, which was a giant breed puppy becomes an adult at how many months of age, is 24 months, and many of you have answered it correctly. So yeah, thank you guys who answered correctly, and thank you for participating. And the one who gave the fastest answer wins a hamper. Now my question 3 is, true or false, Royal Canin is a science-based pet food company? Over to you, Wesley.
Yeah, that was kind of a softball, right? So everybody should be able to hit that one out of the park. But or I don't know if there's a good analogy for bowling, with cricket, but that one was right down the middle, and you guys were able to hit that one out of the field. So on to the last slide here, just to say thank you, and I hope I got the Hindi piece right. But thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for having me. Thank you to Just Dogs for putting on this event. It's a great opportunity to share nutrition and information with pet owners. So thank you guys for everything. And I think now we're going to have some more Q&A or more questions, so you guys can win some more hampers.
Yes, we have more questions and more hampers, but thank you so much, Wesley. It was really informative, and I think put out in a very cool and easy way for all of us to understand. So amazing presentation, I would say. Yes, the dhanyavad in Hindi took our heart. Thank you for that. And I want to ask you, apart from dhanyavad, what do you know in Hindi?
Oh boy, that's about it.
Okay.
I've tried to pick up some things, when I've been there, but yeah, it hasn't stuck very well. So I will say that, my wife is a yoga instructor, so we do practice yoga. So, that kind of fits into it, but I don't know much in Hindi.
Wonderful. So in Hindi, we say yoga se hi hoga, which means that it's possible with yoga. Everything is possible with yoga.
I like that.
So tell us more. I mean, I just want to know about you visited India, and I'm very excited to know from you. You were telling me about your visit to the 7th wonder of the world in India, and a very special memory that you had. So if you could just share before we thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So it was amazing. I came to a meeting for Royal Canin. It was actually in Kerala. And so we spent some time down there in the backwaters, and then, which is beautiful. And then we went to the north, obviously to Delhi, to do a market visit and see some stores and customers. And then we drove out to Agra, which was quite an adventure to drive out there. We were on short time, so we drove late at night to get to Agra, spent the night. I think I had 4 hours of sleep, and had to wake up early and go over to the Taj. And we also went later to the Red Fort. So it was amazing. You know, you've seen it in pictures, and then you get there, and just the size of it and the beauty of it. I mean, it was mind-blowing. It was amazing experience. And really, you know, the Royal Canin team in India made it possible. It was amazing. It was life-changing. Loved it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Wesley, and we hope to see you back in India very soon. And if not physically, at least we can see you live here in front of us. And thank you, and please promise us that you will come again very soon.
I will, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wesley. And guys, back to you all. The answer to the third question is true or false. Royal Canin is a science-based pet food company. The answer is true, and many of you have answered correctly for obvious reasons. Thank you so much. The winners will be announced in the end. Now I have a quick quiz for all of you. I'll be asking the questions. You have to type in the chat box your answers, not in the Q&A box. The first quiz question is, what is most important, nutrients or ingredients? I would request the team to type down this question as well. I can see many answers. Kiran, Ruxi, Wahida, Michelle, Dhananjay, Nidhi, Shreya, Priyanka, Pushpam, Maria. Everyone is doing their fastest fingers first. Okay, cool. The second question is, true or false? Corn is a filler and provides little nutritional value. If you guys attended Wesley's session carefully, I'm sure you would have the answer, because it was mentioned in the slide very clearly, and he elaborated it so nicely. I repeat, true or false? Corn is a filler and provides little nutrition value. All right, enough time. Question number 3 and last question is, true or false? Byproducts are safe and nutritious. So you have to answer either true or either false. Yes, so now this time we will give 2 hampers per question. So yeah, we have 6 hampers to be given away. Beautiful hampers from Just Dogs. There's a dog spa. There is a gift voucher from Royal Canin, and many other gifts for all your amazing pets out there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, while you're answering these questions, this is the fun part of our session. You know, let me introduce you to this guy. He's a child, actually, stuck in a man's body. One of the founding members of East India Comedy. He has performed over 900 shows and counting. He's also a pet parent and here to entertain us with some amazing perspectives of the human-pet relationship that you don't want to miss out. So, ladies and gentlemen, and dear pets, please welcome Sahil Shah. Over to you, Sahil.
Hello. Hi, guys. Hi.
I think all of us would agree in the chat, and I'm going to try that for sure today. And thanks a lot. And now, guys, it's the time to answer all the questions that I asked and announce the winners. So quickly, without any further delay, let me just tell you the answer to the quiz questions, because you already know the answer to the poll questions. What is more important, nutrients or ingredients? The answer is nutrients, and many of you answered correctly. The second question was, corn is a filler and provides little nutritional value. True or false? The answer is false. The question 3 was, true or false, byproducts are safe and nutritious. The answer is true. Yes, byproducts are safe and nutritious. All right. Many of you have answered correctly. I could see the energy, the way you all speedily were typing all the answers. All right, without any further delay, let me announce the winners in total of today's entire session. The winner of the rapid fire, and I want you all to clap. At least I can see you guys clapping in the chat, guys. The winner of the rapid fire session, there are 2 winners because there were 2 sessions, Elora Ghosh and Manisha Sharma. And the winner of the obedience game, that is I say, you do, the winners are Kiran Krishna, Rutuja Kadam, Srivatsan Ramachandran. All right, please clap for them. Can we see the claps? Can I see the messages? Wait. Sorry, guys, I'm not getting to see your messages. Okay, wait, give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm getting to see all your chats. Wonderful. And now, time for the quiz winners announcement. Okay, the list is here with me. The winners of the quiz are the quiz that happened in between the session of Wesley. The winners are, for question 1, we have Shreya Martin. For question 2, we have Harsha Chetiyar. And for question 3, we have Abhiti Sheikh. So big round of applause for all you 3 winners of poll and the quiz that was asked in Wesley's session. And now the winners of the quiz. We have 2 winners per answer. So the winner of the first question is Vishal Nair, and the second winner is Jennifer George. They answered question 1 correctly, and they both were faster, one after the other. They both were fastest. The winners of the question number 2 are Manjula Rao and Sukruti Sherry, because they answered just 1 second after each other, and they both were the fastest. And the winners of the question number 3 are Anshul Sharma and Ruxi Mahmood. Congratulations to all the winners. And I would request you to stay back so that our team can take your details by promoting you to the panelist, or whichever means they can get your address details so that the hampers by Royal Canin and Just Dogs reach you correctly and you enjoy, and your furry friends also enjoy that hamper. So here's a goodbye from me on behalf of Just Dogs and Royal Canin. Thank you so much. And I also thank Sahil and Wesley for the amazing session. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Do follow Just Dogs, which is India's #1 and largest chain of specialty pet superstore and pet spa, and Royal Canin on Facebook and Instagram for some really, really cool information and to be updated on our future events. And I promise I'll be back very soon. Thank you. I would request the winners to be promoted to panelists so that Janvi from our team can take all the data. So I request our winners to please stay back. Scotch, you didn't win anything. Oh, my Scotch is angry. He did not win anything today, but that's okay. He'll do better next time. I think he'll be more obedient next time and sit through the entire session and show how obedient he is. Or maybe we have some other game to play with you all. I can see Rutuja, I can see Kiran, I can see Srivatsan.
Hi, Karan. Can you see me or can you hear me, Karan?
Hi, yes, I can.
Very good. In fact, I want to give you a good feedback here is that from last session to this session, it is quite interesting, and I want to participate in every meeting. That's what my daughter says.
Wonderful. And I think it's really special. This feedback really matters to me and everyone at the team, Just Dogs and Royal Canin. So thank you for being consistent. And yes, thank you for joining us in all the sessions. And yes, you win a hamper too. So it's so cool.
Yeah. My daughter loves it.
I can see some people are giving their contact details. I think Elora has dropped her phone number. There is Harsha, there is Vishal, Manisha, Rutuja. Shreya is saying, yeah, we really wanted to play. Shreya, next time for sure. You can ask Sri Watson. When I promise something, I try my best to fulfill it. And in the next session, we'll take you up on priority. Guys, Shreya Martin, is there. And the best way, guys, to keep connected for all the events is, by staying tuned on the Just Dogs and Royal Canin social accounts to know all the fun activities that are coming up. So yes, Srivatsan, I think I can see your number that you've given. Elora is saying it was an absolute delight interacting with you, Karan. You're an amazing host. Thank you, Elora. I hope uh, you come back again and you meet Scotch as well. He's been so sweet. You no compliments for Scotch. That's not fair, no? Say everyone. Um, Kiran is there. Pushpam is saying I really wanted to participate too, as it's my pet's birthday tomorrow. Pushpam, well, see, I can take some liberty. I don't know if I have the authority to do that or not. But since it's your pet's birthday, I'll make sure we give you a special gift. So drop your details, and that's a special gift from my side to your pet on the birthday. So happy birthday to your pet, and congratulations on being a pet parent and an animal lover in general. That's our community. Yeah, someone agrees. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Hi, Karan.
Hi, Abhiti. I hope you liked the session.
Yes, a lot. I enjoyed a lot. It was amazing. And Scotch is damn cute.
Yeah, yeah. He's very patient and very nice and very friendly and
Yes.
love people around. So, yeah. All right. Elora has requested to announce the winners once again. So, yeah, before I take a leave, quickly, I'll end the session by announcing the winners again. Rapid fire round, Elora Ghosh and Manisha Sharma. Obedience game, Kiran Krishna, Rutuja Kadam, Srivatsan Ramachandran. Poll winners are Abhiti Sheth, Harsha Chetiar, and Shreya Martin. And for the quiz, the 6 winners are Vishal Nair, Jennifer George, Manjula Rao, Sukruti Sherry, Anshul Sharma, and Ruxi Mehmood. So congratulations, all of you. And I'll take a leave while I would request you guys to just give your details before you leave this chat. And I want to take a promise from all of you that you will be joining the next session as well, and we all will have lots of fun. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Karan. One small thing.
Yeah.
Last week you showed us this small socks and ball. So we did make it at our home. And our pet is really enjoying with this one. And it plays daily.
Oh, wonderful. So all those who don't know, okay, before I leave, our last session was about indoor games for dogs. And we had a very renowned dog trainer and dog behaviorist, Varuna, with us. And she had spoken about what indoor games can we play with dogs. And Srivatsan is just adding to that. And I think he's given a feedback of how those games really work. And thank you, Srivatsan. And I hope you join the next sessions as well.
Of course, Karan.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karan.
Thank you.
Karan, thank you. Pushpam, your cat is so cute.
Thank you so much. It's a birthday
So
tomorrow.
cute, adorable.
She's 2 tomorrow.
Oh, in advance, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
What is name? What's her name?
Her name is Hope. You will find her on Instagram, Hope the Persian Cat.
Oh, Hope the Persian Can. Lovely.
What? Team. Team is a good boy. Team is a good boy. No, team is a good boy. Let him do it. Very good.